Hi guys, my name's Ali. A little bit about myself. I studied business at university. Wasn't entirely sure where I wanted to be, but thought I wanted to be the general manager of a hotel. Ended up finishing my degree in business and landed my first job in technology, working for a large company by the name of Ingram Micro, the largest distributor of tech in the world. And I landed my first job as a marketing assistant, which kind of led me on a path I didn't anticipate to be on, and ended up basically running all of the B2B digital marketing campaigns for the likes of Samsung, Nokia, then Microsoft, Jabra, Beats by Dr. Dre, you name it, in the digital marketing space. And I guess that was kind of the most eye-opening first step for me, and the path that it then led me on. I then progressed through a number of different roles and I guess worked my way up, I guess you could say, in the marketing space, and eventually saw what was my dream role on Seek long before LinkedIn kind of days. And this is around 11 years ago. And I found then my dream job as the head of digital marketing and e-commerce for Reebok. Being an avid sports lover and gym goer, it was absolutely my dream job. I was probably nowhere near as qualified as I needed to be. I think I was about 5 years below, I guess, what was required, and I went for it. Basically made it through to the third round interviews and kind of basically I put together a whole strategy to get the job and kind of landed that role, which was really pivotal in my career, I guess, in terms of self-belief and also kind of taking that step up into a more senior role. And then from there, I stayed a number of years and also had the opportunity to live overseas on several occasions, and ended up kind of coming back to Sydney and working through a number of different digital manager role and digital business manager roles within a number of other fashion brands within the same brand house, True Alliance, the likes of Lacoste, UGG, just to kind of name a few. And then from there, took the leap into a fast growth tech startup, working for the Right Fit in influencer marketing, was brought on board to launch their brand in Singapore. And from there, I guess, had a bit of an aha moment with my now co-founder and director of the company I own now, where we realized this need in the market for senior marketing management, or someone to provide the same level of senior marketing management and strategy to SME organizations that is often found in the more corporate counterparts. So we essentially started consulting on the side, using Ask Marketing, which is our existing business name, in a much more of a consulting capacity. I then progressed and lived overseas for a number more years, and started building the business from over there until last year, 2019, in October, we realized this huge gap in the market and a real problem for many SME CEOs that needed solving, which was exactly that, to have that same level of senior marketing strategy and leadership that the corporate counterparts had, for a fraction of the cost of that kind of in-house full-time CMO or senior marketing manager resource, which is typically $110,000 to $150,000 per annum. So we essentially converted our entire business 3 years after it started to virtual marketing management, otherwise known as VMM, which is essentially the space we now own in the Australian market. And that kind of brings us to today. So we're exactly a year from having launched that new side of our business, and obviously 4 years from conception, and have not looked back. I think it was probably the more generic term that gets thrown around, or generic sentence that gets thrown around, that, you know, running your own show is definitely harder. It's so much harder, which is 100% true and 100% false, all in the one sentence, because it is obviously 100% harder. No doubt, it's so much more challenging than somebody else paying your salary. However, on the other side, it's completely false in that It provides so much satisfaction. It's so exciting. It's so rewarding. And most importantly, it's really fulfilling. I wish I knew that relationships were everything. They really are. I can't even stress that enough. The people that you meet often on the fly or through a friend of a friend or a client's connection, or somebody when you're not even in the mental headspace to be thinking about talking about a business opportunity. It's often those conversations and the people that you meet that will become most influential to your career and to your business. The biggest mistake I ever made was not backing myself, and probably listening to the negative connotations of so many other people who haven't had their own businesses or are a bit against people having an entrepreneurial spirit. So I think if you back yourself, you're always going to come out on top. Similar to the other question before, I think the key to success is actually believing in yourself and backing yourself. I think when you can do that, your attitude changes, the way you come across to other people changes, and the value that you can offer other people changes, which obviously leads to more commercial outcomes. So I think that belief in yourself and finding what you're good at will allow you to, not only provide more value to others, but will allow you to ultimately be more successful.